All right, now we are back online. All right, for another day, another week of
Strategy Showcase. And today we're going to be talking about WPAT again and copy trade and how it works and all that.
Yes, now before we actually go in, we do have to just share the most important thing one more time, okay? Whatever we are going to be showing, it is actually going to be Forex trading, okay?
Yes.
And now obviously as we understand Forex trading, it is a leveraged product, okay? It may not be suitable for all investors, okay?
Yes.
If you do not understand the degree of risk that you are putting yourself into, okay? Then it is highly advised that you should seek independent advice.
And as we always tell our investors and traders, do not trade the money that is going to bring your family to some financial difficulties.
Totally makes sense.
All right then.
All right, so WPAT, who are we? Okay, so basically WPAT, we want to actually try to gather as much profitable traders and as much profitable strategies in the Forex market as much as possible for all of you investors out there.
Because every now and then, actually, we do have a number of investors and traders always seeking out new and profitable strategies. And they ask us, hey, do you have this? Do you have that?
Yeah.
So this is for you guys, okay? So WPAT exists to help you, trader, you, investor, connect to profitable strategies.
Okay, but how are we doing this? Okay.
Via copy trading.
Exactly. So a lot of people, in the Forex market, they all know, right? There's services such as fund managers, EAs to
Signal
purchase.
providers.
Yeah, signals to purchase,
Yes.
or even classes to take.
Right.
Yes, a lot of these are helpful. But all in all, Forex does have risk.
It does,
And
as our disclaimer pointed out.
Therefore, a lot of times there may be people who will be utilizing these services and potentially trick people into investing into the wrong things.
It's very common to have so-called fund managers
Yes.
that claim to double the account. We've actually mentioned this before. Claim
Yeah.
to double the account in 3 days or in the very same day. But whenever you ask them, how can you share your investor password, or can we see the account, or can we see your performance, they get very defensive.
Well, half the time, or actually 100% of the time, they will always say this is trade secrets, it cannot be leaked out.
Right.
Well, the thing is this, maybe some people will want to protect their own, property.
Nothing
right?
wrong with that, actually.
It is intellectual property at the end of the day,
Exactly.
but all in all,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, go ahead, working on something.
No, I was gonna say, but working with WPAT, you do not have to worry about that.
Yes,
Exactly.
as a trader.
As a trader.
Now,
yes.
as an investor, okay, what WPAT wants to do for you is to just try to actually help you be able to make smarter choices. Now, why do we actually decide on doing copy trading? Okay? Why copy trade?
Yeah. Well, these 4 reasons actually we have already pointed out before. Perfect execution of strategy.
Okay, so what does that mean? Basically, whatever that trader is doing or the fund manager is doing, it is actually doing it on their own account. And whatever's happening on their account will actually be reflected on your account. Or basically, what you say, piggybacking.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's important to also help some traders and investors understand, yes, there may be difference in equity size. And that will also be taken into account, all right? We are not going to be copying a 100,000 account to a 10,000 account one-to-one.
Yes.
Exactly.
So basically, copy trading, the good thing is basically nobody is really trading your account for you.
Right.
Okay, what your account is doing is that it's leeching off the actual trader's live account. Okay, and there's multiple reasons to that. Well, I'm going to just point out the key point, okay, why we choose to let people only do copy trading via WPAT.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Is because basically a lot of fund managers may handle money that is not theirs, and then psychologically it will be different. They don't care about that money because that is not theirs. What was your opinion?
I know, I was going to say that there are some brokers in the market that also provide something called live test accounts. Those accounts are not necessarily live accounts, but they're not also demo. And sometimes they can be used to fool some investors. Well, in WPAT, working with WPAT, the good news is that although we also provide certain strategies on a demo account, yes we do, but our live accounts are actually traders, people working with their own strategy and their own money in the partnering brokers of WPAT. So those are actually accounts that has been verified.
Yes. So basically, what we're trying to do is we verify the actual trader's trades before we actually try to showcase it to you guys. Okay, so how to actually read this PowerPoint. You know that this is actually open for all of you out there, okay? Doesn't matter if you're a trader or an investor, we actually welcome you on board and even taking a look at our strategy showcase PowerPoints, which is open for all of you.
Question.
Yes.
Say I'm a trader. How do I work with you?
Well, for a trader to actually work with me, for you to actually show up as one of the strategies, such as what you're seeing right here, this is like strategy A1, right? Well, obviously, you'll have to actually trade your own money here with us in our selected brokers, okay?
So I'll have to open a live account with you, fund the account, and use my own strategy into that account.
Well, yes. Now, preferably, okay, you are going to actually just use a strategy that you're very certain of and that will make money.
So how does that translate to copy trading? How does we move from there to copy trading?
So basically, you as a trader knows that you are going to be providing copy trading services. Okay, so basically, there will be introducers, there will be actual traders and investors that will be promoting your strategy. Okay, and as long as you do good on this account, okay, then what you can do is then you will become an official strategy, such as like A1, A2, A3, so forth. Okay, it will be showcased for the time as long as you're profitable.
So that's how I end up in this PowerPoint.
Yes, you will be part of this PowerPoint, not just this PowerPoint, but even you may have some exclusive rights to come in and showcase and talk about your strategies.
All right then. So what is this PowerPoint about?
Okay, so how to read the PowerPoint. Basically, I think what traders really want to see, okay, is basically the minimum deposit. Okay, I think this is the first thing that you want to see, minimum deposit, and then probably the max drawdown. Okay, now what does the minimum deposit mean? Okay, this is actually just a recommended amount from the trader, okay, that you can actually start copying his or her strategy with this minimum amount of capital.
So if I deposit $500, I should be safe.
Well, yes, the should be part is very accurate. Yes, you should be safer versus if you were just to start with 180.
100, okay.
Right? Obviously, the higher the capital, you know, you do have a bit more room for handling a little bit more risk. And moreover, if the copying is literally just 1-to-1 ratio, right? It is not basically alternating versus the volumes and stuff.
All right.
Then basically, a higher capital will always decrease the risk. Yes.
All right then. So as traders and investors can see here, okay, from top to bottom, you have strategy A2. That's the name of the strategy. And then you see performance. So you see the deposit date, profit has made so far, and if any withdrawals. Yes.
All right. Now, on all of this explainers, some of them, you know, the traders will always be very kind and give us an explainer, which is cool. Yeah. Now, all of them will always have what you just mentioned, right? Basically, the performance, how much money made, withdrawals, and also if there's any like minimum deposit and a maximum drawdown. Now, we have to focus on the maximum drawdown. What exactly does drawdown mean? I think this is something that a lot of people get confused. Okay, so what do you think drawdown means when people are reading this?
So based on my experiences, like, oh, the drawdown is so high, and the explanation I got, or the what I got from them is that they assume that that's the amount of money, equity that an account lost in a period of time, or it was floating loss in a period of time.
Floating loss, right? Okay, so technically speaking, right, drawdown, as you can see, okay, this basically means that on this specific account, okay, if we're going to read the MT4's or MT5's drawdown report, it basically means out of all of the orders you've closed, what is the maximum loss versus your capital has it closed? So for example, if it's a 55% drawdown out of a $1,000 deposit, or $1,000 capital, that most likely would mean that this trader closed off an order that was in a loss of $550. Okay?
Yeah.
So basically that's what it means. Now, what is the floating loss? Like, floating loss is not really going to be recorded all the time. Now, the good thing is that sometimes you can actually get access to the MyFX book. So, for example, if we have MyFX book over here, then we'll basically be showcasing them here on our PowerPoint. Okay? And then on the MyFX book, you get to see basically floating loss records. Yes. Okay? All right. Well, any other very important things that people should know when they're looking at this?
The graph, of course, the movement. Like it is just like for visual recommendations. That's for you to see how the movement has been for the past year, for the past however long the account has been trading. You know.
Okay, so yes, you nailed in on a very important thing, which is like the time frame, right? So basically, when all of you guys traders out there are looking at a strategy, I think what a lot of people are trying to aim for is like if this strategy has made, a year's worth of history, 2 years worth of history, or even more. That is actually a good indication. But then I have to also issue a little bit of a warning when you're looking at basically an account or a strategy that has long history. Okay? So, I mean, long history is good, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Right, and the longer the better, potentially.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay? Now, we have to also break it to you, okay? Forex, it is a financial market. It is constantly moving, and it is actually almost impossible for one set strategy, okay, to work forever without changing.
To get it right all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. So, this is a norm in Forex or in finance. Basically, every season or every quarter, okay, there will be a bit of a change.
Yeah.
And obviously, even if, let's say, people are traders or even they're a seller of an EA, they'll constantly be making updates on their systems. Okay, so, I mean, time is always a good telltale sign if this is a good strategy or not. But also, you have to keep into consideration every 3 months is pretty much a bit of a change in the market. Yeah. So there's a high chance that maybe with the longer history you have, right, the different strategies are actually used on this account. So that's something that you, as an investor, have to keep in mind. Okay? Sure. All right, so how do you actually join WPAT? I mean, after you look at all of this, you look at the MyFX book, you look at, which I think I'll show them the MyFX book for now.
Actually, well, as an investor, you want to join WPAT and copy trading. It's very simple, actually. First thing you have to do is make sure that you register. You open an account in one of the partner brokers with WPAT. Once you do have your MT5 account, then you load the funds, however much the account is required, and then you select the strategy that you want to follow. Now, as we mentioned, each strategy has their own minimum deposit. Okay, so if you want to follow a strategy, let's say C3, and your account has $200, I'm sorry you can't, because the account requires minimum at least $2,000.
I see.
So once you're done with that, then part 3, as you can see, is choose the strategy, and then part 4, you start the service, you start copying. That your account is going to be connected through WPAT. They are going to be sending you some forms you have to fill out, and you have to give them some details. Make sure that you agree to the terms, and then the account is going to be started copying.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, this is a simple process to actually join.
Yeah.
All right. So then let's quickly take a look. Apart from just having the PowerPoint, you also have access to the MyFX book. Right. Which then will actually keep a record of a lot of the strategies, or even the clients that are actually part of the strategies, copy trading it. So then one of the things is I want to ask, why is it possibly better that copy trading could be better for an investor?
Well, because you have full control of your account. Because the account is copying, yes, you have access to the account as well, and you have the password. So if the account, let's say, you're only willing to take the risk of 20% in your account, and the account went to 25 or 30% or reaching 20%, and you have a decision to make. You can decide, okay, that's it for me, I'm out, I'm exiting, you can stop. Or let's say if the account is also in a floating profit, and you think like, okay, this is good enough for me, you can also close the orders. So you have full control of your account, because again, it's copy trading, it's not fund management.
Yes, that is correct. So you have a bit more of a control.
Yes.
Okay, now there's one thing. A lot of people that I've encountered, whenever they talk about, or we talk about copy trading, they have a misconception of one thing. they always think that no, copy trading is basically additional markup. There will always be an extra cost when I copy trade. Why is that?
I don't blame them, because there are some softwares and websites out there that's exactly how they do. Because think of it, this is how these companies make money. Well, with WPAT, there is no additional markup or additional commission or anything, because we already, as we mentioned, we partner with the broker, right? And there is
Yes.
going to be a profit share by the end of the month. So WPAT only making profit based on the profit share.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. All right, so then all of you guys out there, you've heard it, right? Basically, copy trading, yes, there are some services out there that actually want to make money out of it, so there's always a markup. Now, via WPAT, the goal is to actually connect as much profitable traders for a selection for all of you investors out there to select from and to copy from. Basically, the trader will not get any benefits if he or she does not actually make money for him or herself. Yeah. Okay, so then that's it for all of you guys. So then now you as an investor know how to start reading through these traders, and you guys already know why we're here. Now for all of you traders out there,
if you do have a good strategy and you think that, hey, I could actually work with the WPAT and also get my strategy to be in the PowerPoint, do contact us, okay? Or your account manager and one of the brokers that we work with, and let them know that you have a desire or wish to be part of this, all right?
All right, so I guess that's it for today. We will see you next time.
Yes.